Okay, welcome back to my channel, it's Charlie here. So in today's video, I wanted to break down the exact organic conversion funnel that made me close to $40,000 whilst on vacation towards the end of the summer. Now, it's been a crazy year, and that's actually why I wanted to make this video for you. And I've actually created a full in-depth training. So if you want everything in this video, right, about how, to get clients and what I would be doing if I were in your exact position going into 2024, then I'll leave a link in the description. It'll be the first link. It's completely free. Now, the goal of that is not to sell you anything, but rather to give you as much value as what other people are charging thousands of dollars for. So yeah, it's completely free. Highly recommend you check it out. But nonetheless, I'm going to explain in this video what I would be doing to get clients fast going into 2024. So essentially, right, this year's been crazy. Went to some amazing places, went to the Caribbean, went to Iceland, Spain, and I want to explain the protocol required to get into that position. So here we have a very simple form of the protocol. So get eyeballs, own eyeballs, and convert eyeballs. Now, in order to get eyeballs, because no matter how good your middle of the funnel is, it won't make a difference if you aren't getting people to actually see your offer. Now, as long as you have a quantifiable offer that resonates with the market, so what I mean by that, as long as your offer has some type of desired outcome in a quantifiable number time span. So, for example, we help realtors get X amount of appointments in X amount of days. As long as that is your offer and it brings your clients money or saves them time, the offer is probably not the problem you're having right now. It's simply getting enough lead flow and getting enough people to see your offer. That is the main bottleneck and constraint you're having right now. 90% sure. Obviously, some of you just have a bad offer, but because your offer is still extremely important. But yeah, this is even more important because if no one sees your offer, it won't even make a difference. So how do we get as many eyeballs for free with this organic conversion funnel in the shortest amount of time frame? So obviously there's only really two ways you can go about this. Obviously we could run paid ads, but I wanted to make this about organic because I understand that a lot of you watching this don't have, $100 a day or $50 a day to spend into ads. So what I would be doing if I was you, right, is using this exact outbound and inbound organic funnel. Now, what this looks like, right, is we want to leverage time and impact. So we have cold DMs automated. That's what I would recommend. I recommend you get some type of software plus a $3 hour VA. And the reason we're doing this is because we don't want to be spending all our day actually doing this. The whole goal of this funnel is to have as much impact for cheap and also less time. So you want to automate your DMs. Now, how this works, right, is you essentially want to follow about 100 to 200 people on your social media platforms. Now, depending on what social media platform you do this on and how you figure out what platform would be best to actually do this funnel would be where your niche hangs out the most. So ask yourself the question of what platform and what demographic, so age, would suit this platform. For example, if you're working with like older people, you'd probably want to run this on Facebook and create communities on Facebook. Whereas if it's younger people, Instagram, Twitter, that's where it would be. But nonetheless, right, this is a principle that is static, meaning that it doesn't really change no matter what platform you're on. So 10% of every single person you follow is going to follow you back. So if you can follow 200 people a day, 100 people a day, you're going to get 10 to 20 inbound followers, which will then obviously get you more followers, but then we can optimize for the inbound conversion, hence why it's called the conversion funnel. So that's one thing. That's one little mechanism that I would be doing or utilizing. Make sure you have your follow-ups dialed in. And this is just for optimizing for impact and getting as many people to look at your profile for free, basically. Then the other thing that I would be running is an AI SMS outbound and inbound system, basically, because SMS literally has a 93% open rate, a 6% booking rate. So it's absolutely insane because you right now probably have your phone within 2 meters of you. Like, who doesn't have their phone on them at all times? So the reason this works so well is because how direct it is. They don't need to log in. They're just going to get a notification on their phone. And that's why it has such a high open rate and such a high booking rate. So that's another mechanism that I'd be using on the outbound side. But the best part is that these work hand in hand, because the better we dial in our outbound processes, the better our inbound is going to be. So what this looks like on the inbound side is YouTube organic. You want to be posting 3 content assets per week minimum. Now, the reason we're doing this is because people on YouTube are more problem aware, meaning that they're constantly searching for solutions to their problems. And it doesn't matter what niche you work in. If you work with a niche, right, that isn't on YouTube, you can distribute that content asset into a free Facebook group. So you get people from the free Facebook group to go over to your YouTube. So yeah, you're basically just placing this content asset on the platform where your niche hangs out. And you can also use these content assets, right, in the actual DMs. So you can use this in your DMs as follow-ups. So you can basically say to the person like, look, I thought you'd find this video valuable that I made on YouTube going over how you can get more appointments for, I don't know, coaches or whatever. And you send them your asset, which then turns into an inbound lead over time as they get more nurtured. Another thing, right, is you want to create an email newsletter for everyone that watches your content. Because if we go back to the premise of this funnel, right, we need to own eyeballs. Now, getting eyeballs, obviously you can do that by messaging someone one-to-one. So that's like Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, or SMS. That's one way. But another way is obviously to push it to like a bunch of people through content. So those are the two main ways. But either way, right, we can't just get someone's attention. We need to own it. Now, you own it by collecting data. Now, data is what I'm going to be optimizing for in 2024, like getting as much data as possible. Like most companies, they sell their data for tens of millions every single year to other companies. Like, it's insane. So to own this eyeballs, right, if it's content, you'd want to create like free trainings, basically free lead magnets, anything like that. And yeah, obviously for content, you could just direct them to your Instagram. And that would be a way of owning that attention. So they're more like involved in your ecosystem and they're more likely to get a booked call, basically. So that could be getting people from your YouTube to DM you on Instagram. That is owning the attention. Whereas if you do outbound, how can we own the attention from outbound? We can leverage the same thing. We can give them something for free in the DMs in exchange for their first name, email, phone number. And then we basically have got their attention and we've got their eyeballs, and then we can convert it. So going into 2024, I'm going to be obsessed about conversions. Like it for me, right? It's about starting as many conversations with your ICP, so your ideal client profile, as possible every single day. If you can do that and you can just speak with as many of your ideal clients as you can, give them something for free, give them lead magnets, give them trainings, a free PDF, whatever it is, whatever your niche wants, give it to them, get their information, and then convert. So this is what I'm literally going to be spending all of 2024 doing. It's a very simple funnel, right? And for Instagram, right, once you get people to follow you back, because you should be following a ton of people every single day on Instagram, Facebook, whatever platform you're doing it on, you need to post 2 stories per week. Now, what these stories look like is you're going to do 1 DM call to action and 1 poll DM. Now, what this means, right, and I've actually got an example here of what this looks like if we go here. So what's interesting is you basically want to post like just your life on your story. That's the premise, right? But for actually getting clients, client acquisition and appointment setting, twice a week you're going to include these 2 things. Now, the DM one is pretty self-explanatory. You're going to tell people to DM you if they're interested in getting XYZ. It's very simple, right? But for the poll, this is something that not many people utilize. Now, what this looks like is, for example, you would put a poll on your Instagram, and this is like the easiest way to get, like, if you need money tomorrow and you have a bit of a personal brand on Instagram, this is the quickest way to get money. You would basically just say like, you're doing market research for your niche, and you put a poll out, you claim it as market research, you say like, where are you with your, whatever business you're running, for example, coaching business or e-com or real estate. And then everyone who actually engages with the poll, they're now an engaged lead. An engaged lead is someone that, knows who you are, which means that when you reach out to them, they're going to be so much more likely to actually become a booked call and become a client. So you can essentially reach out to them, ask them what, they think the reason that they're not making the money that they need to be. And then that's going to indirectly cause a bit of pain. And then you can book them in for a meeting. So it's very simple. But it works insanely effective because it's not that salesy on the front end. It seems like innocent, just a poll, right? But then you just start, conversations with every single person, or better, you hire a $3 an hour VA to do that for you, because we want to be utilizing your time better. Now, in terms of what this looks like, right? Every single person who messages you first should be 25% to 30% should lead to bookings. However, warm outbound is like that poll I just mentioned, where they haven't reached out to us, but they've engaged. So 10% of the people we message. So if we can just get 50 people to engage in a poll, like, are you telling me you can't get 50 people to engage in a poll with you? It's not hard. It's simple maths. 50 people, 5 of them will become booked calls, and then boom, you can close like 1 client just from putting out a poll and make a few $1,000s. Really simple. Now, another thing, speed to lead. This is also extremely important. You have to respond within 30 seconds to 2 minutes for both cold outreach or inbound, warm outbound, whatever it is. Respond as quickly as you can. That's gonna help keep the lead basically engaged in the conversation, and the more engaged they are, the more likely they are to actually book a call. And then follow-ups. You need to have your follow-ups dialed in. If you don't, then you're basically just losing 80% of bookings. It's really that simple. It takes the average person 5 follow-ups to actually take action on what you want them to. So that goes to show how important this is. And then obviously you want to track your data, because obviously getting attention, right, and getting eyeballs is great, but you need to own the eyeballs and get data, get information, and then just convert as much as possible. You can use scarcity, you can use social proof, you can use a bunch of cognitive biases to get people to convert at this stage of the funnel. But this is what I would be focusing on in 2024. Just these 3 things. Don't worry about making X amount of money. Don't worry about booking X amount of appointments. Just focus on the inputs that allow you to get eyeballs and to own eyeballs. And then this part will do the rest. This will become as a byproduct just from the consistency that you work on these 2 things. So hopefully this video helps. Now, if you want the 35-minute training, I'll literally leave it in the description. It's completely free. I don't charge for it. And it's basically just a longer version of how this funnel works, and everything you need to do to actually scale an agency or coaching offer going into 2024. But hope this video helped. I hope you guys have an amazing new year as well. Speak to you soon. Like, comment, and subscribe. Subscribing would be great. And the more subscribers I get, the more effort and more energy I can put back into this channel to make the content even better, give you guys even more value for free. Comment what videos you want next, and I'll catch you in the next video. Take care.